Hello everyone, this is Karen. And where is Shane?
Here I am, sorry.
You're late.
I had to get my package. It was just delivered. Let's start.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, today we are looking at day one of bubble wrap, the world's most popular packaging. And the vocabulary words are company.
Company.
Vera's mom works for a company that sells power tools.
Whoa. Pop.
Pop.
The balloon popped because I filled it with too much air.
Really?
Whoops.
Plastic.
Plastic.
Taiwan wants to be completely free of plastic bags by 2030.
All right. Greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
Larry built a small greenhouse behind his garage.
Success.
Success.
The couple did not have much success finding a fairly priced house. So, are you going to open your
That's
package?
right. Let's see what we have here. Well, careful. Slow down.
I want this.
Slow down.
Can I have this?
Why do you want? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got your mug, but can I keep this?
Yes, it didn't break.
Because of the
Plastic wrap. Bubble wrap?
That's right. Oh, I love this. Do you ever play with the bubble wrap? Listen to the sound of that.
I love the sound. It's so relaxing. Well, okay. Okay, calm down. My turn.
Okay. I love bubble wrap.
So bubble wrap, do you know that it was accidentally made?
What do you mean?
It wasn't even made on purpose. They made it by accident.
So it wasn't really for packaging?
Yeah.
It was made for maybe something else?
Yeah, they were trying to make something. They were using, like making shower curtains. And I guess like maybe some air got trapped in there and then just made it look like this.
So that didn't have much success, right?
Right.
So by, I think it was 1960s, and then it was IBM, when they are shipping computers or computer parts to different people, they're thinking, oh no, but it's a little bit fragile. We don't want to break anything.
That's
it's so
right.
expensive.
All right, so now we use bubble wrap to wrap lots of things for shipping so it won't break. Just like my mug.
Your mug. And you can also play with the bubble wrap once you receive your package.
Cool. All right, let's learn more about bubble wrap.
All right, enjoy.
Bubble wrap, the world's most popular packaging. In 1957, Alfred Fielding and Mark Chavan created something that would change the shipping industry for good and make e-commerce stores like Amazon possible: bubble wrap. It has been used by companies and people around the world for packing and popping ever since.
Today's lesson is called Bubble Wrap, the world's most popular packaging. Part 1. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff. Pop, pop.
And I'm Mike.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yes, absolutely.
I love popping that bubble wrap.
So when you order something, maybe from a delivery company, and it arrives at your house, you open the box. Of course, you're excited to see that thing that you ordered, that thing you were waiting for, but there's often a little extra gift in that box, the bubble wrap.
Yeah,
that plastic wrap with little bubbles to protect the thing that you ordered.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. The story of bubble wrap goes all the way back to 1957.
Wow, I would never have guessed that bubble wrap is that old, but that's what we learn in the new sentence, the first sentence of our article. In 1957, Alfred Fielding and Mark Chavan created something that would change the shipping industry for good and make e-commerce stores like Amazon possible. Bubble wrap. Yeah, I would have guessed maybe the 1960s or 1970s, but actually it was back in good old 1957 the bubble wrap was invented, and it really did make a lot of the online shopping that we do and getting those products in nice condition made all of that possible.
You gotta have the bubble wrap. Anyways, it has been used by companies and people around the world for packing and popping ever since. More on popping soon. For right now, we do have to cover the noun company.
Yeah, a company is basically a business, a group of people or a person that's gotten together, organized themselves, decided to do something to make money. They got a name, they got a business license, maybe they have shops, maybe they're online, maybe it's a big company like Apple or Ford or General Motors or, I don't know, IBM, or maybe it's a very small company like a local business, a local flower shop, or a local pet store. But if it's a business, if it has workers and a boss and managers and bank accounts and it makes money, it's probably a company of some kind. For example, Vera's mom works for a company that sells power tools, maybe Black & Decker.
Maybe Black & Decker. Anyways, also we have the word pop to talk about. Pop, 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 pop. Let's say you've got a balloon. Let's say you've got a bubble, okay? If you pop it, that means you force the air out of it somehow. With bubble wrap, you press down on it and the air pops out. It escapes from that bubble. Anyways, for example, the balloon popped because I filled it with too much air. It got overinflated and then it exploded. It popped. Okay, folks, with that, it is time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这2天的课文是关于气泡纸 （bubble wrap）。同学们看到气泡纸会不会忍不住想要捏一捏呢？我有时候会用拧毛巾的方式去玩气泡纸，它就会连续这样啵啵啵啵啵啵啵，听了就很疗愈诶。那么气泡纸是在1957年意外发明出来的，后来世界各地的公司和人们就一直用气泡纸来包装，还有制造啵啵啵的声音。那我们来看2个单字 ，company。Company 是公司，那么 pop 在这边当动词来表达爆开，使什么爆开，发出嘣的一声。那么当气球呢被充气充过头，它就会爆开嘛。那 Jeff 老师用到 overinflated 这个字就是形容充气过头、充气过度的，它是拼作 overinflated overinflated。这话课文中。
Bubble wrap, the world's most popular packaging. The trapped little air bubbles that make up a section of bubble wrap were in fact invented by chance. When the men fed 2 pieces of a plastic shower curtain through a heat sealing machine, they were trying to create a type of wallpaper. They were naturally let down with the results, but they didn't give up. They thought of more than 400 different uses for their soft air-filled material, such as for use in greenhouse walls, but none brought them much success.
Pop, 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 pop. That's the satisfying sound of bubble wrap when you're popping those bubbles. Now, more on the bubbles in bubble wrap. The trapped little air bubbles that make up a section of bubble wrap were in fact invented by chance. It was all a big mistake that turned out well.
Well, yeah, when something happens by chance, you didn't plan it. It was kind of an accident or something like that. So let's see how they accidentally invented bubble wrap. It says, when the men fed 2 pieces of a plastic shower curtain through a heat sealing machine, they were trying to create a type of wallpaper. Interesting. So they had 2 sheets of plastic. They put it through a machine that heat seals it. This is kind of like how they put the plastic on top of your milk tea cup, right?
Sure.
They put it in that machine and put some heat. It sticks the plastics together, but they had a little accident. I guess some air got trapped. But let's talk about this word plastic because, yes, if we're talking about bubble wrap or a lot of different types of teacup or tea, the plastic on top, that is all made of plastic. This is an artificial material, so we can use it as a noun. So that is plastic, but we also talk about plastic cups or plastic forks or plastic bowls, or all sorts of things are made out of plastic. It's man-made, it's very useful. You can basically form it into any shape you want, thick and strong or thin and flexible, like a shower curtain or something like that. But the other bad thing about plastic, of course, is that it's not natural, so it doesn't break down. That's why we recycle most of the plastic things that we have in our homes. For example, Taiwan wants to be completely free of plastic bags by 2030. Yes, plastic bags, very useful, but also not good for the environment.
They're there forever. Plastic makes for terrible garbage.
Yes.
Anyways, more on these fellas who just made bubble wrap by mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, they fed those plastic sheets through this heat sealing machine, and what came out? Well, it wasn't wallpaper. Okay, they were naturally let down with the results, but they didn't give up. Okay, they thought of more than 400 different uses for their soft, air-filled material, such as for use in greenhouse walls, but none brought them much success. So they were trying to make wallpaper. What came out wasn't wallpaper, but hey, they tried to use what they made anyways. Now, were they successful at the beginning? No, but yes, now bubble wrap is pretty much everywhere. So success came in time. More on that later. Let's go ahead and talk about what a greenhouse is. A greenhouse is kind of like a hothouse for plants, okay? It's a house where you can control the temperature and the humidity of the air, and you can pretty much grow plants in there year-round. Anyways, for example, Larry built a small greenhouse behind his garage. Yes, he wanted to garden all year round, even during the winter time there, so he built a greenhouse.
Oh, and the walls and the ceiling, of course, of a greenhouse are usually made of glass, right? To let all that sunlight in.
Gotta have the glass, yeah.
Grow your plants year round. And if you have a good greenhouse and you have a green thumb, you might have success at growing many beautiful plants. What is success? It's when you reach your goal, when you're trying to do something. You could do it, you could fail, you could win, you could lose, but if you win, if you are successful, if you succeed, to use the adjective or noun forms of that, you have success, all right? So if you have success, you've reached your goal. You did that thing that you were trying to do. Well done, good for you. Get yourself a nice cup of tea or something.
Yeah, good job there, Mike.
Pat yourself on the back.
You really succeeded at what
Thank
you were
you.
doing there, and that's that word being used as a verb.
That's
How
right.
about
I
that?
had great success with that word. Let's look at our example sentence, which will bring us more success. The couple did not have much success finding a fairly priced house. They wanted to find a good house for a good price, but
no dice.
They didn't do it.
Anyways, folks, with that, it's now time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be back soon.
组成气泡纸的那些存留的小气泡呢，其实是偶然被发明出来的。Alfred Fielding 还有 Mark Chavan 这两个人把2块塑胶浴帘放进热风机，然后本来是想要创造出一种壁纸。那他们对这个结果呢感到失望，可是他们并没有放弃。先来看单字 plastic。Plastic 可以当形容词形容塑胶的，也可以当名词来指塑胶或是塑胶制品。这边还有5个重点。第一个 make up something 在这边表示组成、构成，像是 experts from different fields make up the team， 来自不同领域的专家组成了这支团队。第二个重点，副词片语 in fact 它表示事实上、其实。例如 we know each other。In fact, we went to the same junior high school. 我们认识彼此。事实上啊，我们念的是同一所国中的。第三个重点，副词片语 by chance， 它表示偶然、碰巧，像是 We found this cafe by chance. 我们碰巧发现这间小餐馆。 第4个重点，片语动词 let somebody down 表示使某人失望、辜负某人。那么 let 的3态同形，例如 I won't let you down， 我不会让你失望的。第5个重点 give up， 它表示放弃、舍弃或是戒除。这个片语有及物跟不及物用法。那么当及物用的时候，后面是接名词或动名词。例如 Paul gave up his well-paying job and started his own business. Paul 放弃他那一份待遇优渥的工作，自己出来创业。好，那么刚刚说 Alfred 和 Mark 本来是想要创造出一种壁纸，结果得到的却是气泡纸。那他们替这种材料想出400多种用途，像是用来做这个温室的墙壁上。那这些点子呢都没有带来成功。单字 greenhouse 就是温室。好，那刚刚老师有没有提到这个 have a green thumb？ 我们说某人 have a green thumb 就是他精通园艺，毕竟喜欢园艺的人呢，通常会把手弄得绿绿的嘛。好，下一个单字 success 表示成功、顺利或是成就。那刚刚 Michael 老师有用到片语pat somebody on the back， 用手轻轻拍某人的背部。那这个用语就是在表达对某人的表现作为予以鼓励或是赞扬。接华课文中
Bubble wrap, the world's most popular packaging. Then, in 1960, IBM saw how useful bubble wrap could be in protecting its new, very expensive computers during shipping. A deal was made. By the mid-1960s, Fielding and Chavan's packing material had become a shipping essential, which today protects millions of packages a year from damage.
Bubble wrap was created by mistake in 1957. Then, though, in 1960, they finally found a way to use this stuff. Yes, then in 1960, IBM saw how useful bubble wrap could be in protecting its new, very expensive computers during shipping. So they tried, the creators of bubble wrap did, but in the end, after 3 years, IBM figured out how to use bubble wrap.
Interesting. To protect very expensive computers. You don't want them banged around during shipping when you're moving it from the factory to the people who are buying it. You don't want that computer to bang around, so wrap it in bubble wrap. It says a deal was made. The bubble wrap company and IBM, these two companies made a deal. They signed a contract, paid some money, and then by the mid-1960s, Fielding and Chavan's packing material had become a shipping essential, which today protects millions of packages a year from damage. Millions, maybe billions of packages a year. There's a lot of packages going around these days.
Yeah.
But as it says, that's why it's so important and useful and why we see it. It's an essential. Something that's an essential is something you have to have, right? If you're sending almost anything in the world in a package, you'll put bubble wrap around it somehow.
What would we do without bubble wrap?
We'd have a lot of broken stuff.
Anyways, folks, with that, this part of our lesson is now complete. We'll be back next time with more on bubble wrap, though. See you then.
Will we be wrapped in bubble wrap next time?
Not a chance. No.
在1960年 IBM 这间公司发现气泡纸可以用在运输过程中来保护它非常昂贵的新电脑，于是呢，交易就达成了。到了1960年代中期 ，Alfred 和 Mark 所发明的这种包装材料已经成为运输的必需品了。好，最后来看补充单字 essential。essential 它是形容绝对必要的或是不可或缺的，不过在课文里面它是当名词来表达必需品、不可或缺的东西。好，那么以上这些讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
各位同学大家好，我是季安老师。我们今天带大家看照片描述的必备词汇啊，常见的词汇，来运动艺术还有这个休闲娱乐相关的。暂停，然后把它抄下来、截图下来、拍下来都可以。All right， 准备开始喽。
A. The paintings have been stacked in a corner. B. The tourists are taking pictures. C. Some people are looking at paintings in a gallery. D. The woman's painting a picture.
Alright， 再次
A. The paintings have been stacked in a corner.
有叠起来吗？没有嘛。
B. The tourists are taking pictures.
有在拍照吗？好像没有。
C. Some people are looking at paintings in a gallery. D. The woman's painting a picture.
Alright， 所以很明显答案是 C 哈。Looking at paintings in a gallery。虽然说 tourists are taking pictures， 这样应该是大家都在拍照，只有这个人看起来有一点点他手上拿的好像有点可疑，好像在拍照，其他的都不是哦。那猪 the woman is painting a picture 也没有，对不对 ？OK， 来我们来看下一题。
A. They're visiting an exhibition. B. The tour guide is pointing to the map. C. The woman's working out at a gym. D. The people are visiting a cathedral.
所以答案很明显的答案是 B. The tour guide is pointing to a map. 其他的 A they are visiting an exhibition. 展览，这看起来不像展览，在户外嘛哈，所以这个应该 exhibition 指的是那种展览场的展览。C 呢 ，The woman is working out at a gym. 在健身房在运动，没有。猪 The people are visiting a cathedral. 他们在拜访一个 cathedral 是这个教堂，所以这边就都不是了，所以答案就选 B。以上是我们今天的课程内容，我们下部影片见，拜拜。
See you next time.